Men wouldn't last long without women, but women, most of them, would do just fine without men. And that sounds offensive, until you hear the psychology behind it. This isn't hate. This isn't opinion. This is human behavior, long-term data, and how the mind actually works. Psychology shows that men rely far more on women for emotional regulation than they admit. Women often become the primary nervous system stabilizer in relationships. When men lose that anchor through breakup or divorce, the damage is measurable. Higher stress levels, worse sleep, poorer diet, increased alcohol use, higher risk of heart disease, and yes, shorter life expectancy. That's not drama. That's psychology and public health research. Now here's where it gets uncomfortable. Women on average adapt faster after separation. Not because they don't care, but because they're wired differently. Psychology shows women build wider emotional safety nets. Friends, family, social bonds. They talk, they process, they release stress outward. Men? Men are taught to internalize, to suppress, to handle it alone, and the body keeps score. Biologically and psychologically, men are more driven toward risk, competition, and short-term reward. Women are more driven toward stability, connection, and long-term planning. Not better, not worse. Different functions. One keeps life exciting. The other keeps life running. Psychology shows men rely more on women for emotional stability, routine, and stress regulation. When that support disappears, men's health, habits, and mental balance decline fast. Women, on the other hand, adapt quicker because they build wider support systems and process emotions instead of suppressing them. This isn't about love or superiority. It's about wiring. Men chase risk and reward. Women prioritize stability and connection. One creates excitement, the other keeps life functioning, and most people underestimate which one their mind and body depend on most. Here's a fact psychology doesn't sugarcoat. After divorce or long-term breakups, men are significantly more likely to experience depression, substance abuse, and early mortality. Women are far more likely to recover emotionally because they talk, connect, and rebuild support systems. Men tend to isolate, suppress emotion, and let stress compound. The result, one gender loses structure, the other recreates it.
That's why when relationships end, women often rebuild structure faster, while men lose structure entirely. This doesn't mean women don't love men. It means they aren't dependent in the same way. If this changed how you think about relationships, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Follow Mind Unmasked for psychology that exposes what people don't like to admit.